Okay, let me give her the message. I'm gonna go ahead and let's send this to Caleb as well. Caleb. Actually, send it to both Emily and Caleb. That would. This is the code on Google Meets. All right. So everyone, everyone hear me? I don't know if hold on. I do have to edit. See if I can actually send this. Let's see if I can actually send this to myself. Okay. Email to T3. Right. Send. Okay. Holy crap. Um. Hey, dude.
Hi.
Okay. Wanted to make sure that my thing is on audio sync, and we're gonna wait.
Is there anyone else doing?
Emily is going to join. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping. Hold on, Emily. Please, please get on. You can use your laptop if you want.
No, my laptop's charging.
Oh, your laptop's charging? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me mute this just Stream is on. It's been 12 minutes, so don't worry. I'll edit some of the stuff out. We'll probably edit that like first 12 minutes. So I'm going to start with my intro. So hi guys, I'm T Ballsman 41, and
Oh wait, are we posting this on YouTube?
yes.
Oh.
I didn't use like that.
So
we
welcome.
start the video.
No, it's a live stream, so
Oh.
Wait.
don't
So you're
worry.
saying they can hear? So you're saying wait? I know. Wait.
They can hear you. They can hear you.
We forgot it was a live stream.
You forgot.
Girl, I look like fat right now.
I'm hoping the
We're
guy
not
this is
gay.
it. Okay, hold on. I want to make sure this is like. Wait, I hope this is not connected to my other audio because if it is, I will be mad.
Because it plays something inappropriate.
Okay, no. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're good. So this is the Sonic the Hedgehog. We just got back a couple weeks ago to watch Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the second film of the Sonic, I guess now franchise, since considering there's going to be a third film in the making. So
You didn't hear Jim Carrey's like retiring after this movie though?
we have been hearing about rumors about that, but yeah. So we'll do a spoil discussion, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna keep this section as no spoilers in case nobody's seen the movie. So, I thought the film. I'm gonna go with my thoughts first. I thought the film. Granted, it's more corny than the last film. I did say that. There are some certain problems I had, like in the movie when the jokes would go off bound, like they would say, like how Dr. Eggman at one point, and this is just I know that this I said no spoilers, but this is going to be a spoiler. Dr. Eggman jokes about a floss joke, and it's corny as hell, and then that's why I was like lost in the plot. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So that was one.
Wait, are we gonna introduce ourselves?
Oh, I do. You want?
Sorry.
So I also have two. Sorry, I have two also new members of people from my new home. You can't see them right now on the screen, but you can introduce
Okay,
yourselves. You guys can introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Emily. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I was putting on sleepy, so I couldn't read you. So, hello. I went to see her. Anyway, sorry. Don't mind. Okay, Caleb.
My name is Caleb, and I'm slightly autistic.
So like we said, we just got back from watching the film, and after previously watching the first film, all three of us have watched the first film individually. This second one, I mean, it's good. It's good, really good, really great CGI, really great action. But granted, some of the jokes work, and when some of the jokes don't work, they can go off bound through time to time. And
And when that Eggman robot started walking, Carly was dancing.
I believe so. That's probably a spoiler, but sure, we're going to keep that in. So, what are some things that actually work in the film and don't work?
The design,
The
better quality.
I want to. Yes, you would.
It was kind of better than the first one, not gonna lie.
Better than the first
Like
one.
how they like incorporate like the events of the game, like they adapt it to live action.
Yes, and I do agree with you on that. With live action now being this is the most. If I'm not mistaken,
This
the
is my
last,
take.
the last live action film game adaptation that we actually was successful in. I don't think we actually have had a game adaptation where it's successful and actually have had gotten a live action.
Oh, Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu was decent, okay, but it didn't have a full-on series. This is the first ever series to receive two, and not just two, but three films. The third one being in the making, and two of them being successful. Now, there are some problems in the movie I'm going to discuss, and this is where I'm about to go into full rant mode. and this ticked me off a little bit. I realized that in the film, when we first meet Knuckles, and yes, Knuckles, I do think that what's the actor's name again?
Idris Elba.
Yes, he played a good Knuckles, but let's
What?
get real for a second and go and address the elephant in the room. Now, in the games, Knuckles has had the ability to glide, climb, break stuff, and he's super strong. Now, they do put some of the stuff, except for his gliding powers in this film, and give him super speed. Now, I'm not gonna dress the expectations of the film, and I'm gonna go into it, but Knuckles doesn't have super speed in any of the games. And this is where it ticks me off because A, you're telling me that Knuckles has had that power since when? Because if we remember from the games, and if you haven't played the games, or at least you have played one, then you should know that yes, Knuckles is super strong. He's glides. He's the master. He's part of the Master Emerald. He basically guards it. And you're telling me in this film he has super speed. I'm looking at my camera like.
Maybe he absorbed it from Sonic.
I mean, I get it's a movie, and I get it's a different universe, and I get that they're trying to make and do process and trying to put that into the story. But bullshitting new powers while keeping old ones that actually make sense doesn't bullshit with the plot at all. But having him super speed makes no fucking sense. It doesn't make any sense for the plot. And
Hey,
sorry,
don't cuss on your YouTube channel.
sorry,
You curse on the YouTube channel all the time, bro.
I
I'm
do.
kidding. But no, actually, like anyways, continue.
So I do okay. Okay, and I do think that the backstory of how Earth was chosen, how Tom, granted there's another scene I should mention, but I'm not going to mention that to the spoiler section review. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave that part. Probably going to make this a whole big live stream and not make it into 2 segments. I could do that, by the way.
You should put in a description spoiler.
Yeah, don't worry, I already did that. So what do you?
Wait,
What are your guys'
1906.
thoughts?
What are my thoughts
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
well new the speed thing? To be honest, I didn't like. I thought they were gonna put that in the new movie because they showed clips. I'm not sure if they showed clips, but a lot of people were saying that they were Knuckles is not Knuckles. Never mind. Anyways, so I kind of just got home, so trying to remember the movie. So come back to me later.
Okay, Caleb.
So like, I really love like Knuckles' story arc in this. Like, he started out as like a villain in the story working for Eggman. Then he kind of sees these errors and turns around, but it's like never lets go of that rough and tough attitude. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, now since Caleb gave me the idea, and I just remembered, I think Knuckles has a deep story behind it. He trusts the wrong people, and then he made great friends, and I think that's a good storyline part of that.
But I think I think by his still attitude, like his still rough and tough attitude, he still is distrustful of them for a bit.
Yeah, he's like debating on trusting them whether or not.
All right. So besides all that, and I don't want to give out too much spoilers, and then we're going to save that for the spoiler section of this video. And I will say that Tails actor has an amazing. They brought back the actor from the games, and I like that they did that because it's actually our Tails, but in another universe, and I like that.
Did you know that Tails actor was a girl?
Yes, I did know that. Yeah. And then I will say that there is arc that I don't like in this. There actually are two things I will say, but I'm gonna leave that for a spoiler section. So we're gonna do our final thoughts and we're gonna give a rating. So I gave the first one an 9 out of 10. It was a really good first film. Okay, with
Are you talking about the second movie or
no, the first. I'm
No,
talking.
the first one.
second?
We're talking about the first one.
Oh, okay.
The first one
Sorry.
I gave a 9 out of 10 for being a perfect. Did you guys ever give out scores and that stuff?
No, but now I am.
Okay,
Yeah. me too.
so I'm gonna leave. Okay, I'm gonna start with Caleb first. Caleb, what is your score for this film?
First movie, I gave like an 8 out of 10. It was really good, but some parts they could work on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I give this one an 8 out of 10 as well. Still some parts they could work on.
Okay, 8 out of 10 for Caleb. Emily.
I give it around 7 out of 10 and an 8 out of 10 in between.
Mm.
Because for the first one, because they didn't put really that much details in it. I mean,
It's
it was good and all. It's just they need to work on the editing better a little bit. I mean, their editing was good, but some of it. And then for the second movie, 10 out of 10 because it was great. The design was awesome. I liked the characters. Tails was freaking adorable. That made the whole movie better. And the ending was just great.
Okay, before we're gonna keep that for the spoiler section. Wow, a 10 out of 10. So I gave about a year ago before COVID. I gave the first.
Before that.
Yeah, this was before COVID. I gave the Sonic the Hedgehog movie because I saw it in theaters. An 9 out of 10. This one, I'm still gonna go with my original score on from the first movie and give it a 9 out of 10. It's got really good story with a slightly better. They give us more context and that stuff. And
Yeah.
I do think by the time that the third Sonic movie comes out, that they'll do a lot better because they got. We're not gonna say it now, but
Oh my god.
we're gonna save that for. Actually, we're gonna start the spoiler section now of this, and I actually got a list over here on my phone.
I'm gonna leave the spoil section, spoil
Oh, so if
the
you guys,
spoil part because I had to go pee and I had to do. I didn't mean to say go pee, but I had to.
you could right now pause your video right now and mute yourself, and then you could come back.
Yeah.
True. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my camera. I'll be right back.
She'll be right back.
I'm gonna come back in a couple minutes because
Don't worry, because I'm gonna be editing this video, so you can take as much time as you want. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Okay, just don't edit out the part where I first joined and forgot there was a.
Don't worry.
I mean,
everything's
never mind. Yeah.
everything's gonna be edited whenever
All right.
before this. Okay. So you're
Can't
fine.
wait to see.
Okay, so while she's gone, we're gonna do some stuff before the spoiler section. Okay.
Define stuff.
I mean, whatever you want to do. I mean, I'm gonna be reading real quick and see something because like I gotta read this real quick.
So yeah, are you gonna be editing this part out or no?
Oh yeah, there's gonna be. I'm gonna edit this part out as well, okay? Because there's some parts I do need to edit out to make sure I don't.
So are you just not cool about whatever I want here?
So you can just do whatever you want. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Oh.
It's okay. Don't worry.
But how you gonna make it so that it doesn't look like it's been edited out?
Trust me, everybody can tell when my edits and that stuff.
I went pissed.
Okay, so she's back. All right, let's get into the spoiler section. Okay, let's start first. This takes place about maybe 3 months after the first film, I believe. And
How would you know?
I believe I think they confirmed that it takes place in the third film. I think they said that in the film. It takes place 3 months after the first film. Because where Dr. Eggman is on the mushroom planet.
Hey, spoil.
This I know, but this is spoiler section.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Sonic,
this is spoiler section. I gotta go. I'm
it's
kidding.
so he's on the mushroom planet. He's broken down. He's broken. He doesn't have any way to get off. And in some bombshell way, he still has the quill from the first film, and he built a satellite that pulls out a signal as soon as he pulls the quill into the power pliers, whatever you call them, and sends a direct signal or I guess a screaming call for help. And what comes to
It was a
his
trap.
yeah, whoever comes to his savior is these. I don't think they were the Kenyas, but there were people before Knuckles came by, and then Knuckles came by and
Save the day.
saves the day. Now,
Saves the day.
but he gets pulled into this as a person who's been training for about a good portion of years and has been waiting to meet Sonic as a face-to-face combat or battle, whatever you call it.
Oh yeah, that one part where they were in the trying to get the compass on.
Yeah. So there, I'm gonna also. This is just off. This is gonna be off topic, but I'm gonna talk about the things I did not like about this film. Okay, so whenever a joke didn't work, it either went full on circle or just blatantly just said, "What the fuck?" Like seriously. So
Confused.
it just makes me wish that can we please get back to the fighting because this is Sonic's movie. We don't need to see this, and they do this with even the. And I'm gonna say this scene isn't necessary. The wedding scene. What the f? I they
Oh,
I
yeah.
think what you need to do about the wedding,
you
though.
know this wedding
Because
the wedding
what,
sequences make
what point did that serve to plot at all?
yeah.
They made a fake wedding, and I was like,
And I will say that it is confirmed that Shadow will be in the next film. That's another thing I wanted to say as well.
But who's going to be the main villain? Who do you think is going to be the main villain next film?
I mean, they're going to probably do what Sonic Adventure 2 did and probably do the route where the military arrests Sonic and they wrongly accuse him of be joining with Eggman when in reality it's actually Shadow. So I think that's what they're going to go for. Then again, I don't know. But
I mean, they did confirm that gun exists in this universe.
they did confirm that. Emily, you got something to say?
oh no, I was listening to the competition
You
because I kind of forgot half
half
of the stuff.
what
Because
do
I've been
what do
busy this
you
week.
remember? What do you remember?
I do remember when they were trying to get the compass, they fought, and I remember at the end they got happy because they had a good ending. And
Okay,
then there was the cliffhanger where Shadow came in.
okay. Another thing, this pissed me off so bad in the film,
Oh no.
and trust me, I'm about to go full on angry Tyrell rant mode. So you're about to see my angry face.
Do it.
So we get told in this Sonic movie that we got around to getting the backstory of how the Master Emerald came to be. And number one, it's cool that they did the backstory because they did the backstory really well. But this is where they bullshit their way into things. Number two, 7 of the Chaos Emeralds create the Master Emerald. That's what they told in this story. And I'm gonna say this. And Paramount, if you fucking demonetize or even block my shit for this video, I will sue you.
Wait,
Damn.
don't do that. Sega. Sega do something.
No,
Oh,
this
Sega.
is Paramount. Paramount. Sega, granted, they have a full-on production with this, but Paramount's gonna get sued for this. They do not make a massive fuck off Master Emerald because in the games they're all individuals. You have the 7 Chaos Emeralds, and then you have the big Master Emerald that doesn't need to be formed up with the 7 Chaos Emeralds. And you could obviously see when it gets cracked, when it breaks the first time in the film, you can see that they have the 7 Chaos Emeralds in the gem itself. And then I'm going to sit in the movie theater. I didn't say it in the movie theater because I wanted to keep my composure. But I was like, what the fuck? So you're telling me that the 7 Chaos Emeralds are now combining them, make a massive Master Emerald. Fuck you, movie. And I will say this. You're gonna tell me that they bullshit this plot point just for inconvenience. And I get what they were trying to do. I get what they were trying to do. It just doesn't work. You can't just do that to a film. If you're gonna take stuff from the actual games, then why not? Oh, I don't know. Have the Seven Chaos Emeralds like they did, but then don't tell the audience that makes a massive fucking Master Emerald. That's just
Yeah.
that is so.
It broke at the end.
It did, but it got repaired thanks to Knuckles because
Oh.
he's the guardian. We got to remember this. It's from the games. They're planning everything from the games and putting it into movie format. That Knuckles is the guardian of the Master Emerald.
Yeah.
But
Also, I had to go in a few, but I can stay here until 8:30.
8:30. Okay. So now that I have that rant out of the way, I don't think anything else made me pissed off other than that one scene in particular because that was bullshit. And
Honestly, I kind of agree with you on that one. I remember that part.
Thank you because have you Emily? Have you played some of the games?
Yeah, I played it for Game Boy.
And also have you seen Sonic X? Because they also put that in Sonic X. That Seven Chaos.
How does it work in Sonic X? That's the thing.
I didn't see it, but I saw the YouTube videos of it, and I was like,
okay, yeah.
And then comparing it to the Emerald thing, I was like, how does?
Yeah, I looked at that for a second and I said, wait, so you're telling me the 7 Chaos Emeralds form and make the Master Emerald in this universe, in this movie universe? That's no, fuck you, no, that's not right. A, if you're going to take it from the exact video games, then 2, you should have said, oh, yeah, the 7 Chaos Emeralds do exist in this universe, but they made the emerald, but they still exist, okay? Not making it as a big, massive freaking Master Emerald. Oh, and there was one more scene I should talk about that also was corny. The dance scene.
Oh,
the dance scene. Oh my god.
Remember when Tails and Sonic cuddled?
Yes, I Caleb, what do you thought about that scene?
I thought that Sonic could have it was totally pointless because Sonic could have easily taken the map and taken it and get out of there. Like he had no problem doing that first movie.
But he doesn't know about it. So back onto the story at track. This does take place 3 months after the first film. We get Knuckles, so he gets pulled into this. Then we see Sonic present day, where he's now fighting crime and he's doing his own thing. But Tom is wanting to keep his identity a secret and everybody from the world because they and everybody else from Green Hill are the only ones, and the government are the only ones who know about Sonic. And they decide to use that game format. They try to use this father and son bond thing. And it doesn't, I'm going to say this, it doesn't work. Because in the end of this film, even though he considers him his dad, it doesn't work. And he's still got a lot of growing up to do. I get it that he's cocky. And again, I like that. But it doesn't work. And it doesn't work.
Just too cockiness.
It's too much cockiness. So after that, after the scene where we see Tom and we see Sonic is going out with his own way, doing his own things while they're at the wedding, while they're at Hawaii or whatever. Can't remember where it was. Or the 7 Points. That's what it was. Okay. We get our first fight scene and our first adaptation with Sonic and Knuckles while saying to the audience as how the fuck Dr. Eggman could be back. But they explain that in the film as well. We get our first fight scene, and it's really good. However, Sonic gets his ass beat, and Knuckles gets hit by a car by Tails.
like, bro, Knuckles is super strength.
He got super strength. He got hit by a fucking police car, dude.
Yeah.
By Tails. And I laughed.
know that part.
If he was just stop and just yeet that shit into the air.
Yes. So we realized that in this film that Tails, yes, he's smart. He's got this best friend mojo when it comes to Sonic, but he's also
a bit cowardly.
He's very cowardly, yes, but he's very scared. He doesn't like to do adventurous stuff, and I kind of resemble that to the first adventure game where Tails was scared and built up the courage to actually go and do adventures with Sonic and get himself in danger. And they do that in this film. So we see, this is where my rant goes by again. We see the bullshit powers of him. Granted, jumping is one of his main powers. Super strength is one of his another main powers. Gliding, they don't show gliding in this. Climbing.
He actually burrowed too in the games.
Yes, we do also see him climb. That was another fucking power I forgot to mention. But then they show us this new power he has, super speed. What the fuck? Okay, sure. Yeah, he has super speed.
Oh shoot, I have to go do something now. But I just want to say something. The movie was good, but there was some stuff, but the movie was great.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Sorry if you have to.
I have to go. I have to take my meds and then go to.
Okay. We'll have to have a substitute. Then don't worry. I probably won't have a substitute since everybody in my house.
Because I wanted to join, but I had to.
Trust me, I had a lot of things to do today. I didn't expect to do.
Yeah, that's why I walked home for the second time again. So I'm exhausted.
Okay. Well, I'll continue this with Caleb. Okay.
Okay.
Caleb,
I'm sorry I have to leave early.
It's okay.
But if y'all are still video calling, I could join back.
Yes, you can.
Alright. Let me know if y'all are still video calling around like 10.
Yeah, sure.
Or not 10, 9:30.
Sure.
Alright. See ya.
So I'm going to continue this, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay, so we go.
You had to cut it short a little, or you had to cut it a little early today.
Yeah.
Short.
Don't worry. We'll continue the review, okay? So we go from Knuckles having the bullshit powers. He loses them, and we find out that Earth has been chosen. So Sonic wasn't just there, placed randomly from in the first film when Longclaw is Longlaw's, I guess, a mother, if you could call it, since he was a mother figure and that stuff, ended up to be killed in the first film. Not something I'm proud of. But ended up to be killed in the first film and chose this random place. But now we know from the second film that's got more detail than that. That Earth has been chosen and that he's here to protect it, not just from that, but also guard it.
Seriously, isn't that Echidna's job though?
Yes, technically it is, but in this story, they now tell us that yes, Earth has been chosen for guarding. We need to guard Earth. Sonic is there, and now Tails is there, and Knuckles is there. But Knuckles doesn't know anything until the end of this film. So,
isn't that supposed to be his job though?
That's supposed to be his job, yes. But he's looking for the Master Emerald while in the process trying to kill Sonic, and basically he tries to, but doesn't succeed. So we get Longclaw's message before she ended up dead, and Sonic, who's had this map, and I'm actually going to go into another rant mode. But this is another thing I forgot to say. He has this map that we saw in the first film, okay? And he has it in the second film. As not just also...
He was using it in the first film.
Well, yes, he did use it for the first film. He did.
Okay.
He used it for his rings, okay? To map out. So, apparently, it turns out that map has a recording message of Longclaw saying that, oh, hey, Sonic, Earth has been chosen and it's in danger and you have to protect it from other foes. And I was like, So all this time, you've had that map, and you didn't know about that symbol because they have the Master Emerald symbol on there. When he knows about it, he just thinks it's a myth, and it somehow ends up to be a recording message from Longclaw saying that, hey, Earth has been chosen from you to stay on, but you also have to protect it. And
you're saying a map is a plot device?
It's a plot device of plot devices. I have never seen that in my entire goddamn life. You know, I have seen MacGuffins, and trust me, Star Wars. But this is a plot hole of the sorts that now gets fucking explained because in the first film we had that map, which Sonic only used it for his rings to tell where he can go, like Mushroom Planet or anything like that. In this film, he uses it to track the Master Emerald and find the son of a so he can guard it.
We don't know why sure Earth was chosen in the first place.
I don't know. They said that it was part of a prophecy that that's another thing, another plot convenience. According to this, we now know that Longclaw is a owl, yes, but her descendants and Echidnas have been in a war for a long ass time. So that's why she was gone. She had decided to protect Sonic, and they decided to do the most effing bullshit thing I've ever seen. You're telling me that that the war had been fought off by the Echidnas, but also had been fought off by the owls. They were at a war. It's got to be one of the most bullshit plot conveniences I've ever seen in a film. That's another plot convenience I forgot. Go figure. Okay, and then we go, so we skip past that. They go into Scamanadia. I believe that's what the place is. Also be, again, that stupid corny scene with the dance fight, and they stay there till morning.
Yeah.
So, this is where it gets more interesting because we learn more about the backstory about what's going on and what they're searching for. The Master Emerald, like again, another bullshit plot convenience. I will never ever forgive it, and I will be mad at this day that you absolutely did that. Was planning the 7 Chaos Emeralds and making them in the movie format and telling us that it makes the Master Emerald, which it really doesn't. It really doesn't. I don't know how you could explain that to me, but if anybody could comment down on this video when it gets posted and that stuff, and you could tell me in the comments how the fuck does a fucking 7 Chaos Emeralds make it a massive fuck off emerald. Plot convenience there. Now there are a couple of jokes in this, and I haven't mentioned the jokes. Oh well, did I mention the jokes? Okay, I'm gonna stop real quick. The jokes when Eggman, again, corny as hell when he mentions flossing and that stuff, and that was corny as hell. And then you have the second, what was the second one? When they decided that the dance fight, there was a joke in there, and it was very corny as well. Now, we finally get to the second arc of our film, where they're in the temple. And they find the master. They find the compass leading to the Master Emerald, but they don't realize they're being followed. So, when they do realize they're being followed, they ended up getting screwed. So, they pull a good reference from a very popular video game in the Sonic franchise, Sonic Adventure 2, when he skateboards off the goddamn mountain. Now, I thought that was great and went out of style. And it ended up pretty good. But
they showed coolness.
They ended up doing that. I like that. So we get this scene where we finally end the second battle where Knuckles is still trying to kill Sonic. Almost beats the shit out of him. Does succeed, but he's also trying to get the compass from them. And then Tails ends up to get hurt. So this is where we go into the third arc of our story. Now the avalanche is going. They have to go there. Tom is at the wedding, and apparently, wait, are you okay?
Yeah.
They go around. Sonic calls him, says, "Oh yeah, dude, I got open the goddamn gate. Ring portal." So he ends up to do so.
Run away, Like, it's so cliche at this point.
Yes, but he's too busy about worrying about Tails. And then right when everything seems good, the military, this happens to be a setup, which I forgot to mention this, and this was also another bullshit. I was mad at this film, the scene. Sorry, the scene. Because after he's so convinced about Tails and tells Tom and that Eggman is back, he gets fucked over because he gets tased. First of all, gets captured by the military, the same military people that we saw in the first film, and I'm going to say this. This is racist and bullshit because let me say this. And Caleb, let me say this. First of all, you guys are idiots because Eggman is not dead. Because they confirmed that he's saying that, yes, he's dead. They even said that in the first film at the ending. And 2, Sonic is your only power user, you decrepit little bitches. How could you tell?
No, in all movies they do that. Like,
no, I know, I get that.
The only source of hero.
I mean, yes, but he's the only one who can stand up against forces that they can't win. And I'm gonna say this, and you capture him, and you're telling me that, yes, you should have met me at lunch for Olive Garden because yes, he's too dangerous. I said, you're just plain old stupid. In case you haven't noticed, he is your only your only power user.
You got any weapons that can hold up against Eggman?
Yes, he's got his super speed. And so they play this racist bullshit plot, and I didn't like this scene. And I was like saying, so the wedding was a setup. Everything was a setup from the beginning. And you military fuckers decided that it would be a good idea to, I don't know, just not
capture them and save everyone.
Yes. So they go into this bullshit plot. Then we see the women being powerless because women power. We finally get to see women power. Pissed off black woman, 2 black women, and they are Tom, which is Tom's girlfriend, and then we see her into this, and then we have the girlfriend's sister, I believe, who is getting married, and then she's pissed off because this was a fake wedding, but everything they had shared is real. So after that, we go back to Eggman and Knuckles. They found the island. They found the temple, and
the Master Emerald.
And the Master Emerald, but they got to get through these dumbass traps to set off it. Now, Sonic is now busy. While they're busy with that, we get into another cut to Sonic and Tails, and they are now out thanks to Tom's girlfriend. And Sonic. Now, granted, I was saying this because I was like saying, you're gonna do a bullshit thing, are you? And because this is Sonic, and he's cocky, he feels bad because Tails is a friend. He got him in trouble. He's got to fix this shit. So he does the most bullshit thing I've ever seen in these films. Even though he's afraid of water, and his fear and his fucking weakness is water. He does a Incredibles reference and a Flash reference and speeds so fast that he can walk on the water. Yeah. Even though when we saw it in the first film, that worked out so fucking well for you. It didn't. So now you're telling me he can now walk on water with enough power.
Well, maybe it's grown since
it's been 3 dude.
Maybe he hasn't training.
It's been 3 months. 3 months, Caleb. In this film, they mentioned it's 3 months after the first film. There's no way he could have been training those last 3 months. He probably had been doing some stupid crap. And now you're telling me he could go onto water and this is not possible? When he finally gets close. I get that. But when he gets close to the Master Emerald in the temple, he does get splashed around. But it still does the big fact that motherfucker walked on water and makes no sense. But you know what? Nobody can make sense of his speed in the games, and nobody can make sense of this movie. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and said that was just a fluke.
Yeah.
And then we go to Sonic is finally on the island. He sees the temple. He's got to say, "Oh, I got to do this fast." So it's now a race to see who gets the Master Emerald first. And now we get to the we're almost to the end of this film. So we're back to Eggman. He's finally seeing the Master Emerald, ultimate source of power, in Knuckles. And then Sonic finally comes in, and he's like not a new he's a nuisance to deal with, but he's not killable. Okay, so they have Knuckles has one final fight, and this is the most badass out of the fights I've ever seen, because he gets his ass knocked out and spin dash, and then when he's like, oh dude, Knuckles, Eggman is gonna steal the thing, and then he realizes it because they become friends. At least that's what he thinks. Knuckles thinks that. Well, on the other hand, Dr. Eggman,
he thinks that Eggman has no honor.
he has no honor. Of course, he has his among thieves, and he steals the cat Master Emerald, and he does. He says, "I'm not your friend," and ha ha ha, bullshit, everything else. Um, so yeah, he decides to do that. Now, this is where we're about to get into X Day Makita shit, and I'm actually about to be mad at this. Now, another thing I noticed with the Master Emerald. Master Emerald doesn't fucking make your clothes green, and doesn't make your new clothes in a new fucking voice. Because if you remember, when he touches the Master Emerald, it gives him new shades of clothes. I'm like looking at him like, what the fuck? Master Emerald doesn't do that. No, that's a big ass MacGuffin.
Well, I think it does change your color, but it doesn't. I don't think it changes the gold.
It doesn't change your color. It doesn't change your color. Hell, the Master Emerald is only supposed to give you powers, and it does that for Eggman. But it doesn't make your fucking clothes green and makes you look like you have a green eye sockets. Please get real with me for a second, Caleb.
Oh, it made Sonic gold.
Oh, yes, it made Sonic gold, but that's Sonic. He's a hedgehog. This is a human being with the IQ of smarts.
Higher than Albert Einstein, apparently.
Yeah, you're Albert Einstein. Yeah. So we get into our final scene of the film. Well, not final scene. We get our major final battle where Knuckles. Well, actually, you know what? Let me go before that. Knuckles and Sonic are still drowning in the temple, and Knuckles saves him, and he realizes that yes, I fucked up, and I should not have killed you, and I should have just asked. Now Sonic is like, yes, I know. So Tails comes in with the plane. We finally get the plane in this, the tornado. And what happens to it? It gets destroyed in the first fucking seconds.
Dude, bro, you could have used that for the next movie.
Yeah, unless you rebuild.
Unless they manage to rebuild it.
Oh, and if they do that, I'll be content. I'll make sure to go back into this goddamn review and postpone, or next review when the third film comes out. But that's the big point. So Tails got the plane. They go up. They're fighting, and we get to our final scene, our final major battle, where Eggman builds the Death Egg robot, and the big fucker.
Yeah, and when he walks, it looks like he's dancing.
It does look like he's dancing. So they are now going into full Avengers territory, where they're working together side by side and kicking ass, taking names. Now,
red, blue, and red, yellow.
Yep. And so we do see a little bit of Tails' inventions on the plane, shooting guns. We see Knuckles is trying. He goes with a Sonic X reference and does that shit where he's like on the plane and he jumps off out of no reason. That's a Sonic X reference. I don't think you realize that. So we get that. So while Sonic is trying to commemorate a plan, but he doesn't have a plan because obviously he's not as smart as Tails. So we get that. Death Egg robot gets obliterated. Well, they have a plan and it actually ends up the work. But in the process of knocking out Eggman, they ended up cracking the Master Emerald, and we can actually see the Master Emerald again. I had a rant about this later, and I will still have a rant about it because that's still bullshit.
Yeah.
You can't just tell me that 7 emeralds make a massive fuck off Master Emerald. Fuck you, movie. So they do that, and when everything seems hope is lost, and they are about to get killed, and they're standing there after they're about to get killed, Sonic absorbs the 7 Chaos Emeralds, which we know they're in this universe thanks to the background
And turns Supersonic.
and turns into Supersonic, which we get now is now in this universe. That's a thing in this universe now. They took actually.
I heard that in the game. No, I think isn't that not Sonic's? I think that's not Sonic's most powerful form in the games. There's even more powerful form.
Yes. So well, I think so. Yeah. So he has his. He does have a super form in this, and they actually brought that in game format and brought it into movie format. They're saying yes, he's got a super form in this universe, but in the process, he does end up to defeat Eggman. Eggman says his final goodbyes. Now it doesn't say. I'm about to say this, but I'll get to that scene just real quick. Okay.
With all the powers, he literally. He can recreate. If he tried hard enough, he can recreate the universe.
Yeah.
He creates a fucking chili dog.
Yes, and he does that chili dog thing. So, but Sonic is, and Knuckles is surprised by this because he says he's not his friend anymore. But in reality, he ends up to keep his composure because Sonic is very nice. And this is Sonic of all people, so he's gonna have good inside of him.
Yeah.
So we see that. And then we get to our actual final scene in the film where we get to see Knuckles, Tails, Sonic. They form a pact saying that yes, we must protect Earth. We must do what we can to become heroes who we are. And they implied that Tom and him relationship, that father and son relationship, it doesn't work because they try to make it work. But he's still got some growing to do, and I don't think he's gonna grow more in the third film because it's the third film. But anything could change. But I don't think that it's I don't think it works. But they do a father.
Is Eggman really dead? I mean, he has.
Hold on, I'm about to say that. Hold on, I'm about to say that. So we get our final scene where they form a pack, and I don't know how long it's been after that final battle because we do see them having fun. We see them at the baseball court where Knuckles is still trying to learn human and Earth customs, okay? Because he doesn't know straight facts about Earth, about their customs. And we see them that Sonic is taking much more careful in the Master Emerald, and they're all three. So then everything seems okay and good. But we get to a actual extra scene in the end where they confirmed and they didn't find the body of Dr. Eggman, so they think that he's dead. But you see his lackey, Mr. What's his name?
Stone.
So yeah, and he's still alive. Mm-hmm. And he ends up to be in this whole entire film not giving a fuck, but he's still Eggman's lackey. So Eggman is still alive because they don't have a body, but they said that he's dead. And then out of all the ordinaries, they said that they also looked back at his records and everything files. And they found a file that takes place 500 years back. And we finally get Shadow. For the final scene of the film, we get Shadow, who is going to be in the third film. And I cannot wait for that film when it comes out. But I do think
that. Here's the thing. I mean, in the games, Eggman's cheated death more than once.
Yes, and that dude that fucker is hard to kill. He is unkillable. Yeah. So, like I said before, this was a great film, a way step up above the first film, and I do think that they can improve with the third film that's coming out. And I can't wait for that. Like I said, Caleb gave it an 8. I gave it a 9. 7. Emily gave it a 7. I said all I could for this film. You want to add anything, Caleb?
Just like I'm just trying to see what other characters they can introduce next. Besides Shadow, and how do they incorporate Shadow? I mean, like I know he's like Sonic and all, but he's also like edgy in
very edgy.
He literally made a whole game about being like edgy as fuck.
Oh yeah, and I don't know who they're gonna get to play as the actor for Shadow. Also, we also got no. There was also a thing I forgot to mention. GUN is confirmed in this universe. We do see GUN. Hold on, I'm gonna extend the code real quick.
Wait,
So
what?
sorry. Um, I had to extend. I had to extend something real quick just for my thing. Anyway, besides that, yes. Hold on real quick. Shoot. Oh no, I'm good. So yes. So we do get our third film that is coming out. We don't know when, but at least this is the first game adaptation series that's getting a third film and a whole trilogy. And now I don't know how they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna end it off with three, or I don't know if they're gonna have a fourth film. But this is like again, this is the third film we'll get for Sonic, and we get Shadow, but not just Shadow. We also do get Knuckles, Tails, and I don't know who else is gonna be in it. But whoever they decide to do, I hope Jim Carrey's in it. I hope he decides not to retire from acting.
No, I think he is gonna act just that. I think he is gonna retire just that. So he might do Sonic. If he said if they convince him enough, he's gonna do he may reprise his role in Sonic.
I would love to know about that. But yes, this was a hour live stream. I mean, I'm gonna cut some things to make it look like it's like that stuff. And yeah, this was a great film. So I'd like to thank Caleb for coming with me on this review.
Yeah.
Emily's not
I
here,
think
but I want to thank
if you
her.
have any tips for me how to become my own YouTuber, I want to do like a gaming channel where I kind of like make funny remarks on video games.
I do have a channel on based on that. That's actually what I use this channel for as well, is game reviews and games and that stuff, but
Oh,
also movie reviews. This is just a bring back a movie review for my fans and that stuff. I like to think again. I like to thank Caleb. I also like to thank Emily. She's not here now, but I love to thank her. She'll see this video hopefully. Um, and thank you guys so much. I know that this is a review took a long time in the making because I had to do my friends had to do stuff and it had to be extended. Um, but we finally got it done and we finally ended it. So I'm glad that we ended up to see this film. This film you should definitely see in theaters. This is a movie worthy film for you kids. Oh, there is one thing I would want to rant about, and this is also a thing. There is cursing in this. Oh yeah, there is because they do have a cursing in this, and this is a not they. This if you're trying to make this as a kids film, stop putting curse words in your fucking films. Paramount,
exactly. No, I'm worried
Sega.
about third film too because isn't Shadow like edgy and stuff? How are you gonna incorporate that into a kids film?
Oh yeah, if you're gonna make it, you make it PG. Make your fucking film PG or hell PG-13. You may want to put your say, oh yeah, PG-13 is going to be Sonic the Hedgehog. We're going to have Shadow, and if you're going to get Shadow, you got to get somebody who's edgy, someone who plays good as Shadow and Shadow deep voice, and one that's actually lost everybody, lost everything that means him. One that has
Yeah.
amnesia, and one that curses like hell and uses guns. If you plant guns into the film, you
Oh my god, remember that meme about the fourth Chaos Emerald? Oh my god, if you don't make a reference to that, I'm gonna rage quit.
I'm gonna fucking rant about it. I'm gonna rant about it in my video. But we go. That's a long time from now. We don't know when Sonic 3 is supposed to be released. And when it does get released, I'll react to that trailer and I will review it then. Okay. Now the next review I do have in store is probably Multiverse of Madness. When that comes out,
Comes out May 6th. I think 2 weeks from now.
yeah. Do you want to watch that film?
Yeah, together, like, bro.
I'll have to see and ask my mom to see if that's okay. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the review. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Emily. And I will see you all guys later in the next live stream and next review I have for this channel.
Or you'll see him in the next video he makes.
Yep. Thank you so much again. And I'll see you all in the next video.
You too. Peace.